Hey guys, I'm Steff and welcome to my beauty stash. Welcome back guys, thank you all so much for watching another one of my videos. You know the drill. Before we begin, make sure you click on that subscribe button and ring that bell so that you're notified every time I have a new video upload. I am so happy that today I finally get to play around with two palettes that I've had here in my beauty room for over a week now, and that is the new Morphe by Jeffree Star collaboration and the ABH Norvina Volume 1 palette. As soon as I saw both of these palettes on Instagram, I knew I was going to pick them up. I waited for this palette to hit Ulta. I didn't buy it when it was first launched on the Morphe website. I wanted to use some of my Ulta points to get this palette and some other things from the collection, and that's exactly what I did. And the Norvina palette, I did pick this one up from Sephora during the summer sale. I will be creating an everyday natural eye look using similar shades from each one of these palettes. Now, let me give you some specifics on each of these gorgeous palettes. The Morphe by Jeffree Star Artistry palette retails for $35 and is available on the Morphe website and on Ulta's website. This palette contains 30 shades made up of mattes, shimmers, and one pressed glitter. This bright, fully fierce Morphe by Jeffree Star Artistry palette knows a thing or two about dominating a room with larger-than-life looks. Dive into these 30 attention-grabbing shades and show them what you got, mama. That is the description on Ulta Beauty's website. This palette also comes with a full-size mirror. It's lightweight, it's the cardboard packaging, and I think it is so cute. Totally Jeffree Star style. All of the shade names that are in here are unique to Jeffree himself. The top row is his first line in every video that says, "Welcome back to my channel," with the little wand noise at the end. All of the other shades have unique names that, of course, Jeffree Star himself came up with. I think this is a gorgeous palette. If you are one that shies away from color, don't be afraid to pick up this palette. I know there are some bright, fun colors in here. You're looking at some gorgeous shimmers and that pressed glitter. You can easily create a natural looking eye with the colors that are in this palette, and I can even give you a couple of ideas on how to start implementing color into your everyday eye look. So don't be afraid of color. Don't be afraid of picking up this palette. If you think you're not going to use all the shades, believe me, once you start playing around with it, you're going to want to use all of the shades that are in here. The next palette that we are going to use today is the Anasazi Beverly Hills Norvina Volume 1 Pro Pigment palette. This palette retails for $60 and it is available on Ulta, Sephora, and the ABH website. This is what the inside of the palette looks like. You have a nice mixture of mattes and shimmer shades that Norvina says are all professional grade pigments. Carefully curated by Norvina herself, the Anasazi Beverly Hills Norvina Pro Pigment Palette Volume 1 is a professional grade artistry palette featuring 25 deluxe size, high performance shades with maximum payoff. Expand your Norvina collection with this limited edition Pro palette and create your most artistic makeup looks yet. This is such a beautiful, colorful palette, but this also contains some very wearable, everyday colors that anyone is going to look good in. This one also comes with a large full-size mirror. The packaging on this is all hard plastic, and of course it is purple. That is Norvina's color. And if you don't know who Norvina is, she is the daughter of Anastasia, the founder of Anasazi Beverly Hills. So let's get started creating an easy, wearable, everyday, natural eye look using a little pop of color from both of these palettes. To create today's eye look, I'll be using the new Morphe by Jeffree Star makeup brushes. This Morphe by Jeffree Star makeup brush set is totally for the eyes. I needed to replace some of my other Morphe brushes, so when I saw that he was coming out with this collection, I knew it was something I was definitely going to pick up. I also picked up the Morphe by Jeffree Star Set and Refresh Mist. I love the scent of this. I think it adds just a tad bit more hydration than the regular Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This is something I use on an everyday basis. So when I saw that a new one was going to come out, this was a no-brainer for me. I knew I was going to pick it up. I've already primed my eyelids using some Tarte Shape Tape. On my left eye, I'll be going in with the Morphe Jeffree Star Artistry Palette. And on the right eye, I'll be going in with the ABH Norvina Volume 1 palette. Now, let's get started. The first shade I'm going to go in with is What's the Tea? And I'm going to apply that in my transition area. I am using a very light hand to apply this. And I'm going in small circular motions. Pick up a little bit more. Really going to focus that on the outer portion of my eye. And then slightly drag it in. The next shade I'm going to go in with is Dog Mom, and I'm going to focus that on my entire eyelid. I'm going to see how it applies dry. I typically wet my shimmer shades, but let's see what kind of payoff this one has. Wow, great payoff, and I shouldn't be surprised. This is going to be a quick, easy, get out the door eye look. I want to even bring some of that into my inner corner here. That's such a pretty shimmery shade. Kind of like a pale, peachy shimmer color. I'm going to go back in with What's the Tea and just kind of deepen up my crease. And I picked up very little on my brush. I'm going to focus that on the outer corner, just work in circular motions into my crease. Now I'm going to go in. I want to show you guys how to implement just a little bit of color into your everyday eye looks. For those of you that might be hesitant about trying colorful eye looks, this next trick is going to be very simple and very easy to do. So the next color that I want to go in with is Self-Made. Now I'm going to drag that along my lower lash line. And if you feel like you picked up too much, just wipe it off on a tissue, no big deal, and then go back in. You can even wipe it off on the back of your hand too. Just like that. Easy way to start playing with color is on the lower lash line. It gets you used to seeing your eye with some color without it being too much color. What do y'all think? Very simple, really easy. I'm gonna go back in again with What's the Tea, just kind of touch up my outer corner real quick. Kind of just press that in there. Work it back into my crease. Now I'm going to just touch up my shimmer shade. I'm going to go back in with Dog Mom. Bring that down just a little bit in my inner corner here on the lower lash line. And there you have it. We use 3 colors to create this easy, fun, natural, everyday eye look. Now since I'm going to keep this eye look really simple, really natural with just that one little pop of color, I'm going to skip the eyeliner and go straight in for mascara. And today I'll be using the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. The next thing I'm going to do is go in with a little bit of Tarte Fake Awake. I got this as a sample in one of my Macy's orders, and this really does help to brighten the eye area to really give you that wide awake look to your eyes. And I'm going to place this on my lower lash line, the waterline. Now you can forego this step, you don't need to do it. I just did it since I wasn't wearing any other eyeliner. I just really wanted to make my eyes pop, and I really think it complements the shimmer shade that I have on my eyelid. Alright, so let's move in to the ABH Norvina Volume 1 palette. I'm going to use very similar shades that are in this palette to what I used on the Morphe Jeffree Star side. With the exception of my lower lash line, I'm going to show you how to use one of the pops of color that are in this palette on your lower lash line. Again, these shades are not an exact match for each other. They're going to just be very similar in color. I'm going to go in with shade E3 in my transition area. A little bit more. I'm going to focus that on the outer portion now. Now I'm going to take E1 and place that all over my eyelid. And I'm not going to wet my brush. We're going to see how this one performs without having to wet the brush. This one has more of a peachy pink to it. It's not as bright and shimmery as the Morphe Jeffree Star one is, but it's still a very pretty shade. That into my inner corner. Now I'm going to go back in with E3. Focus on my outer corner. Now to add that pop of color, I'm going to go in with E4. Now I'm going to place that on my lower lash line. It's more of a corally pink shade. I'm going to go back in with E3. I'm going to go back in with E1, our shimmer shade. Bring that on the lower lash line in the inner corner. Let me go ahead and apply mascara. I'm going to go ahead and pop a little bit of the Fake Awake on my waterline. There you have it, guys. 2 easy to create looks using 2 brand new palettes. On the left, the Morphe Jeffree Star Artistry palette, and on the right, the ABH Norvina Pro Pigment Volume 1 palette. I think both of these palettes are amazing. The quality, the pigmentation is there in both of these palettes. They are 2 rather different price points. This one is $35 and you do get 30 shades. And this one is $60 for 25 shades. If you ask me which one do I choose them both. That's why I chose to buy both of them, because I'm a fan of both Morphe and Jeffree Star, and I'm also a big fan of ABH and Norvina. Let me give you a side-by-side comparison of these palettes. You can clearly see that yes, there are some similarities in the palettes. You have purples and pinks and shimmery and matte shades. You have some good transition shades in both of them. I think this palette, the Jeffree Star Morphe palette, might be a little more neutral rather than the ABH Norvina, but you can still, as you can clearly see on my eyes, create some natural everyday wearable looks by using both of these palettes that contain lots of fun colors. I wouldn't be afraid to pick up any one of them, guys. I think they're really pretty versatile, and they're gonna definitely perform and work well for everyone. So that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed me playing around and creating an easy everyday wearable look with both of these beautiful new palettes. Stay tuned, because later this week I will have another video using both of these palettes, creating a colorful, dramatic eye. So I will see you guys later. You guys have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, drink your water, and I will see y'all very soon. Bye.